Okay, so this is problem 1.7.73, and they tell us that a company budgets $800 for office supplies. The actual expense for budget supplies must be within plus or minus 50 of this figure, and that's $50. They want us to let X equal the actual expense for office supplies, and then they want us to write an absolute value inequality in X whose solution is the range of possible amounts for the expense of office supplies. Okay, well, the first thing is I just want to think about this logically. And, if we have to be plus or minus 50 from 800, then we know that we're going to be between 750 and 850. And that's just, without even doing a whole lot of math there, that has to hopefully make sense to us. Just adding 50 and subtracting 50 from the 800. But that's not what they're asking for. They're actually asking for the absolute value inequality that would generate that as a solution. Okay, so that's there's a little more thought that has to go into this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the situation where I'm greater than or equal to 750, but I'm going to represent that 750 as 800 minus 50. And I have to be less than or equal to 850, but I'm going to represent that as 800 plus 50. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, because I want to try and work backwards essentially into an absolute value that would have given me this eventually, I see that the common thing that I have on both sides here is the 800. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to subtract 800 from all three sides of the inequality here. Okay, so that's going to give me negative 50 less than or equal to x minus 800 less than or equal to positive 50. All right, and this now looks a lot like our definition for an absolute value when we're talking a less than statement. So I could take this one step back further and say that the absolute value of x minus 800 has to be less than or equal to 50. If I were to go in this direction and at this point apply the definition to this, then I would get this step. And then if I added 800 to both sides, I would find that I had 850 and 750, which is the answer there. Okay, but they were actually asking for the absolute value inequality, and that would be this in this problem.